doing my due diligence and following up after a little bit of research. So, Halley's Comet is basically a song about like 10 things I hate about you kind of energy. Like, what are the odds? Billie Eilish is basically out here like, Halley's Comet comes around more than I do, blah, blah, blah. She's got all these deep emotions and all these feelings. And then she's like, but I still love you. And that's interesting. But it just brought me back to 10 things I hate about you. Which hasn't been a present energy in a minute. Maybe I'll put that as the song for today. But then I researched the actual comet itself. And nothing really jumped out at me other than the fact that it's a regularly occurring comet. And it makes that tail, the comma. And that is apparently what causes meteor showers. Not all meteor showers, but specific meteor showers. So maybe meteors are important right now. Meteors tie back to the Chintamani. Something about wish fulfillment being tied to divine union. Maybe it's part of the journey here. An inevitability? No. Can you tell me? Alright, well, I guess it's a mystery. So let's just remember meteorites and Halley's Comet. And 10 things I hate about you. And then we'll talk about I guess we're gonna pivot. They don't want me to discuss it further, which I find fascinating. But I realized that the throat tattoo, a changing of foundations. My makeshift stand, I basically used this clip, one of my extra plant clips, to stick it to the window, and the weight of the phone was enough to bring it down. Changing of foundations. And I was thinking about sound, voice, frequency. Because if I'm going to get a throat chakra tattoo, I need it to be an amplifier. Because that's how my magic works. The tattoo has magical purpose. This is a direct link to my ancestors in a way that I can channel through my hands. It directly flows through my body, through the hands, which I use to direct energy. And the heron is also a symbol of that power and my particular gifts. It's an amplifier. But it's also representative of the animal itself and everything that that animal implies, as well as everything that it means to be an apostle from Fire Emblem, 13? Everything that comes with that role is encompassed as well. It's layers and layers and layers of meanings here. As is this. It's my ancestors, it's my family, it's my anchor, it's an energetic amplifier. It's showing who we are to every single person that looks at me. Every handshake, every time they see me typing on a keyboard. It is displaying my essence. Just like I display my darkness. And I will display my light. Every tattoo has a purpose. It has magical significance. So, when we're looking at throat tattoos, we're looking at something that will amplify the voice, not just to be heard, but in the way of persuasion. Not to bend people's ear, but to reach their minds. To resonate, to reverberate. I'm seeing a tuning fork. To align with a frequency. To amplify the natural gift, the natural frequency, like a tuning fork, that will reverberate your sound. Queen of Swords and King of Pentacles, it's interesting. Come on, Spirit, keep going. You gotta stop thinking so much and just flow. Maybe that's part of it. But this symbol, this sigil, this, I'm getting that I shouldn't just make it myself. Maybe I should. But if I do, it would have to be symbolically tied already to that sound, that vibration, that purpose, that power. And for somebody needs to hear this. You're not imbuing power, you are expanding power. It's not the same. You are not dominating, you are communicating. You are not controlling, you are engaging. And it is also going to have the dual significance of clearing the throat as a constant source of keeping the channel open. But it needs to be more important than just a regular, like I could just get the chakra symbol for the throat. But it has to be bigger than that. It has to be more. It has to be personally significant to me, to something that shaped my journey, to something that shaped my life. Something that happened when I started speaking my voice, or speaking my thoughts, my truth, or I was drawn immediately to another Tales game, Tales of the Abyss, where they have powers in that game. They call them arts in all the other ones, but in that one they call them phonic arts. And it was all based on sound and vibration. And they had a different phonon for each element, which was basically a sound particle. And each sound particle resonated with a different element. So there was darkness and earth and fire and blah, 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 blah. And then they had one called phonic, the seventh phonon, which allowed you to channel phonic hymns, which was basically a song. It reminds me of the angel song from Tales of Symphonia. One of those spells is called Judgment. There is a Judgment card with a symbol. We talked about it weeks ago. Come on, buddy. That. Let's just look at this. I'm not entirely sure, but it's a contender. It's an option. It's almost like a upside down pitchfork with a oval spike going through. There may be other things that catch our inspiration. The two, though, let's not settle on it quite yet. Is that something we should consider? Let's learn more. Let's think harder. Let's look for other things that resonate, deeper associations, things that vibrate with that ability. But we may have found something that we can expand upon.